Hi everyone, welcome again to another Teacher Joseph video clip. This week in our weekly lesson, I'm going through some points about the TV license, which is very important here in the UK. It's one of these things which is enforced and you can't escape it, and it's very important that you have one. If you want your own copy of this lesson, it's completely free and you can get it at teacherjoseph.com. It was one of those days where I was grateful for technology. After hearing someone knocking at my door, I opened the doorbell video app in my phone and saw two men standing there. Oh, I thought, either they're trying to sell me a broadband deal. Broadband is how we refer to the internet and good Wi-Fi contracts. Broadband is like a super fast TV and internet. It's kind of the same as saying fiber optic, okay? I'm sure there is a difference between those words, but broadband basically means just fast. So broadband Wi-Fi, or they are religious. I had to make a snap decision, and that's a decision that you have to make straight away, one that you can't ponder over, a snap decision, a quick decision, a spur of the moment, at that second kind of decision. Whether to actually open the door. So I thought it best just to ask them who they are using my phone. After all, last time I was lumbered with. This is a really nice phrase to use. If you're stuck with something, you're lumbered with it. Okay. So, for example, my parents have gone on holiday and I've been lumbered with my kid's sister for the weekend, and I really don't want to look after her. Or my boss uh, has lumbered me with a particular project that I didn't want to do. To be lumbered with something, if someone lumbers something onto you, or you have been lumbered with using the passive voice, is when you've been tasked with something that you would rather not do. For example, as I was saying on my podcast, my uh, podcast provider has a problem right now with posting things onto YouTube. So I've been lumbered with doing it manually. So my boss has lumbered me with, or I have been lumbered with, by somebody else. Okay, so to be lumbered with something. The best example is the kid sister one. Okay, my parents have gone on holiday and I've been lumbered with my sister for the weekend. And I'm saying here that, do you remember in my weekly lesson of 2 weeks ago, I was talking about these charity givers, these people who came to give a gift of a washing machine to my neighbors. And all very good, but my neighbor wasn't there. So they gave it to me and said, "Oh, can you keep this for Danny?" And then Danny kind of like completely vanished, and I was lumbered with the stuff, which is still there. There is someone living next door, but it's not Danny, it's somebody else, which we'll see later. So I was lumbered with a heater, toaster, and washing machine from the charity givers. That's just people who, are there to help. I'm going to change that to a small c because it's not a name. Can I help? I asked while staring at the app and the mic in my phone. Yes, it is TV license enforcement. We need to see your license. TV license enforcement is the department which comes after you if you don't have a TV license. Okay. Oh, okay. I walked to the door, trying to gather my thoughts on the way. I opened it to see an ID pushed into my face. It's about your TV license, one of them blurted out. If you blurt out something, it's you say it without thinking. You just you rude people do that, and also some people who can't contain their emotions, they just blurt out what they want to say. We just checked with the post office, it has expired. I remembered how serious this can be if you own a TV in the UK. Then you need to also have a license. It costs around £200 each year. When you buy a TV, you also need to give your name and address, and the shop is legally obliged to tell the enforcement officers. The word enforce simply means to force you to follow the rules. To enforce is to make sure the rules are followed. It's terribly organized. That's not saying that the thing is badly done. In Britain, when we use terribly as an adjective, it becomes a superlative. So if something is terribly organized, it means it's organized very, very well. Okay, it's something we say. For example, if I go to the theater today and I say, "Oh, that was a terribly good performance," it doesn't mean it's bad. It actually means it was the best. It's one of these weird British things that we often do. There we are. I think that's probably enough for today. The main one here is to be lumbered with something. Very common that. What are you being lumbered with today? Yeah, well, another teacher, another Skype English teacher, has lumbered me with some students that they didn't want. So that's something else I'll need to look at today, to be lumbered with. And there we are. That's probably enough for the moment. Enough for the moment. So we'll stop there. But I'm just going to move down to the bottom here, and I'm going to ask you a little question for you to think about. Okay, so what is motivating you to learn today? I want you to think about that. Is it success? Is it fame? Is it the idea of moving to a country? Women are always much better at answering these questions than men. It might just be an emotional thing. You might just want to learn today. Whatever it is, especially if you're not feeling motivated, it's time to look inside and ask the question, why? There we are. Well, that's it from me today. I hope you get this okay because I'm having YouTube issues. But, well, we can talk about that another time. Okay, so thank you so much and see you all again soon. Bye.